In a quiet corner of a bustling city, there lived an elderly man named Mr. Chen. He was known throughout the neighborhood for his vibrant and lush garden. Despite his age, he spent hours each day tending to his plants with a care and dedication that captivated everyone who passed by. Mr. Chen's garden wasn't just a collection of flowers and shrubs. It was a living canvas of colors and fragrances that brought joy to all who encountered it. People would often stop to admire his garden, and Mr. Chen would always have a warm smile and kind words to share. He would talk about the importance of patience, nurturing, and how every living thing had a story to tell if you listened closely enough. His wisdom and insights extended beyond the garden and touched the lives of all who knew him. One summer day, a young girl named Lily moved into the neighborhood with her family. Lily was a curious and energetic child who had never experienced the magic of gardening before. She was drawn to Mr. Chen's garden like a moth to a flame, fascinated by the colors and scents. She began spending her afternoons watching Mr. Chen at work. One day, as Lily watched Mr. Chen carefully prune a rosebush, she mustered the courage to ask, "Mr. Chen, how do you make your garden so beautiful?" Mr. Chen smiled, his eyes twinkling with wisdom. My dear, the secret lies in understanding that every plant is a living being. Just like people, they need care, attention, and time to grow and bloom. Each plant has its own pace, and it's our role as gardeners to nurture them with patience and love." Lily's eyes lit up with realization. She asked if she could help, and Mr. Chen gladly agreed. Under his guidance, Lily learned how to plant seeds, water, and tend to the garden. As weeks turned into months, Lily's newfound patience began to mirror Mr. Chen's. One day, Lily came to the garden with a heavy heart. She had planted a sunflower seed weeks ago, and while all the other plants had sprouted, the sunflower remained dormant. She felt disheartened, fearing that she had done something wrong. Mr. Chen noticed her distress and gently said, "Lily, remember that growth is not always visible on the surface. Just because you can't see the sunflower yet doesn't mean it isn't growing. Keep nurturing it, and one day, it will surprise you." With renewed determination, Lily continued caring for the sunflower. And then, one morning, she found a tiny, delicate shoot pushing its way through the soil. She could hardly contain her excitement as she rushed to show Mr. Chen. As the years passed, Lily's bond with Mr. Chen deepened. The garden became a place of solace and growth for both of them. Through the changing seasons, Lily learned not only about gardening but also about life's profound lessons. She saw how Mr. Chen's philosophy of patience and nurturing could be applied to friendships, dreams, and even challenges. In time, Lily's family decided to move to a new city. On her last day in the neighborhood, Lily visited Mr. Chen's garden. As they stood among the flowers they had nurtured together, Mr. Chen handed Lily a small potted plant. "This plant will remind you of the wisdom you've gained from the garden," he said. "Just like it, you'll carry the lessons of patience, nurturing, and growth with you wherever you go." With tears in her eyes, Lily hugged Mr. Chen tightly. His garden had not only filled her days with beauty but had also transformed her heart and outlook on life.